You step up to this house. It's familiar. Your father and your mother look down at you. You're small, about barely 3 feet high. The world around you seems so big, and yet it almost feels like home. Do you remember what I told you?
I look up to her and I just kind of silently nod my head.
Remember, if you don't perform well today, it looks bad on me. And if you look bad, then your father looks bad. And if your father looks bad, well, let's not get that far, shall we? You step up.
I nod again.
You step up to this building. The doors are closed. As they should be. There's a warm heat radiating off of the plains in front of you, and yet they feel just ever so slightly colder than they should. Your mother kind of commands your father to step to the side, his big, thunderous footsteps stepping off the path. And then she steps out of the walkway herself. From there, she gestures you to the door.
I'm going to take a breath and kind of step forward, look at her, and see if she gives like a nod of like not necessarily approval, but the closest thing to it.
She nods. Well, come on now, don't be shy.
Push open the door.
Okay. The doors open so much easier than you expect them to for someone of your size. You kind of lightly press on them. It's almost like they opened instinctively. You swear you didn't even place your hands on them, which feels wrong. A harsh wind blows from inside. You can feel a light breeze coming from within the second layer of doors. The torches inside this room feel ever so slightly warmer, but they still hold that same slight coolness that you felt before.
I'm going to look back at them and see how they're reacting.
Your father stands fairly straight. He's got a large cloak over him as he stands very, very tallly. His demeanor is far more gentle, though he's lost his speech long ago, and he kind of very lightly gestures on you, gestures to knock on the door. Your mother rolls her eyes.
I again put my hand up and I knock.
Okay. You reach up to the door and knock on it. As you do so, almost immediately the doors open, and within stands a figure slightly taller than you, about 4 foot, with large red horns. He holds a small lute. His eyes are stark yellow as he looks down at you. Oh, Miss Vesper. I was wondering when you'd show up. Oh, we've been waiting on you.
I nod and I follow.
You're quiet today. She got into you once again. You have to learn.
I kind of just bashfully turn my head and don't say anything again.
You've got to learn to ignore her. She's not the happiest individual on the planet. I mean, not to say that anyone would be the most thrilled to be here, but I mean, it's better than nothing. Got you?
I just. Yeah, no, I don't say anything. I just kind of follow.
You know, one day you'll open up. Not today, but one day. He walks up to the door. Yoo-hoo! Anyone in there? Miss Vesper, would you like to do the honors?
You want me to?
I want you to do whatever you want to do. Granted, not like any of us wants to be here. But it is required.
I'm gonna walk up to the door and knock again.
Perfect. You knock once more on this one. As you step forward and knock on this door, it takes a moment for these doors to open. After a brief moment, they do. However, there isn't a figure standing behind them. Rather, a large figure stands in the center of the room, his hand outstretched slightly, almost as if he waved and the doors open.
I walk up and I kneel.
You're late.
Yes, sir.
This figure...
I'm sorry, sir.
He sighs and he turns. This figure is not dissimilar to Happy, though much, much larger. His horns are far more red. They're spiked, they're pulled upward. On his back is a large weapon. Despite that, there are certain spots on his body that almost seem to be colored in black and yellow. And it seems as if he's tried very, very hard to cover them up. Almost like there are pieces of him that are quote-unquote imperfect. They don't look fully natural. Not that any of this looks human or natural, but compared to the rest of the normal world.
What will you have me do?
He steps forward and gestures towards this very, very large machine in the center of the room. It looks like it's been kind of patched together, coated in an almost sheen metal with an additional base plate, but within is this machine that almost looks not dissimilar to the pieces on his quote-unquote imperfect parts of his body, but almost cell-shaded, black and yellow, not of this world. He gestures to a almost capsule next to it. It's hooked up by these large, almost menacing-looking wires and tubes. He simply gestures towards it.
I look at him, kind of asking for permission to get up.
He nods.
Okay, then I get up and I walk towards the capsule as I've done many times.
It opens as you get closer. The large sound of almost decompressing air as this tube widens, waiting for a vessel.
I get in.
You step inside. The tank closes very quickly and abruptly, and one moment there's a feeling of bliss, and then the next moment a bunch of needles jam into you, and you can feel them almost sapping out your life force, sapping out your blood. A black substance begins to fill the tubes as the machine slowly hums to life.
Okay.
Happy looks on in almost discomfort. The large creature kind of stands over you for a moment. And as this happens, we slowly begin to flash back to the present.
You alright?
He asked me to do this.
Vesper? Come on. He'll kind of like shake her shoulder.
I think that I'll snap her out of it, and she'll grab your hand.
You're alright.
Okay. Sorry. I was somewhere else. Okay, okay, we need to, let's figure out if we can shut Eleanor's supply off from the ink, and let's go. Okay, let's get out. I don't want to be here anymore.
Are you sure?
Let's go.
Are you sure you're fine? You seem quite low.
Let's go so we can leave. Come on, let's go. We do what we can do, and we need to get out. Because I don't want to be here anymore. I left, and I'll be back, but I gotta fix what I did, so let's fix it, and then let's go. Okay, let's go. Come on, let's.
Breathe in and out as fast as possible.
I'm fine. Let's go. go.
Alright.
Echo is side-eyeing Vesper. Like, she's going to go mad at some point.
Well, to that point, then, what are those buildings?
Something's not right. Something is definitely happening today. So, I think we should definitely hurry.
Ukkoni will switch light from the car to his shield as they start walking.
Okay. You step forward. Can everybody give me a perception check?
Perception.
Yes. Yes, ma'am.
You said perception?
Yes, yes, the perception. I don't even know why I'm having you roll, but yes, technically.
Is what we're perceiving undead or objects related to undead? These don't count as undead, do they?
Yeah, means to not count.
Yeah. Alright. I'll use borrowed eyes for like the first time ever.
So I'm just trying.
Yeah. This is on there. Ukkoni can't be blinded, so I think his I guess as the watchers kind of like guide his eyes. It's just like his eyes will just probably just do like the white glowing thing they do when he casts his magic. It's kind of all, but that'll last for like an hour.
That's not great. That's okay. Well,
Wow, I rolled the same number twice. That was very helpful. 18.
Watcher's doing their job.
21.
21. I rolled 11.
Ukkoni and Vesper, your eyes immediately shoot up to a rooftop because you see movement. There's a small creature, very, very dark, holding what appears to be a worn-out instrument, looking down at you. He has two red horns, one of whom is cracked and broken off, and there appear to be almost tears over his body, where certain parts appear to be almost yellowish, discolored. For you, Ukkoni, it's an almost horrific sight. You see a mix mash of fiendish energy in a construct that almost looks Frankenstein together. It's horrifying.
Ugh. Just kind of think Ukkoni like takes a step back. Like kind of, I think all the watchers probably just like huddle behind him.
The creature unfurls tiny little wings and floats over to you all. He steps up towards you, Vesper.
Hello?
It's true. Oh my, it's true.
Can I roll to see if I remember who this is?
Of course. Give me a history check.
Advantage? Question mark?
With advantage, yes.
Yes.
Also, tiny question. Would Echo notice Ukkoni's horror?
Probably.
Creature?
I think you probably just hear him like act like he just grimaces and like steps back.
Okay.
Okay,
Echo...
I got a...
What you say?
No, you're good, because I'm gonna do more stuff after this.
Okay. Echo will see Ukkoni flinch and like take a step back. and he will get worried that something's not right. You see, this person who he admires and thinks as someone greater than him, way greater than him, is disturbed by something. So he gets a little bit worried that this might not be good. So he tries to sneak off of the group.
Yeah, Ukkoni's like very much posturing, like with his shield, as though he's like shielding someone behind him.
I got a 22 on history.
As Echo slinks away, you look down at this figure, and you remember the flashback that you just had, and you realize the two creatures, the smaller one, the almost butler-like figure, it's the same one. His form is much more worn, almost like he's been damaged, broken, like a toy left out in the rain, but it's him. This is Happy. He acted almost as an assistant, servant, butler-style figure for your mother and your father. More so for your father as his illness began to take more of his function away.
Happy?
You're not supposed to
What?
be here.
What happened? What happened? What happened to your horn?
You got out. What are you doing back here?
I messed up and I made a problem that I need to fix. What happened to you? Why? Where's everyone?
That's a complicated question. You've gotten stronger. Too strong.
Yeah.
You shouldn't be here.
Happy. Just tell me what happened. I need to fix something, and I don't want to be around Kennedy or Jeremiah.
He winces slightly as the names are said. Come with me. I know a place that we can talk. You all must be... Huh.
I'm sorry, who's this?
This is Happy. He used to help take care of me.
You don't quite live up to the hype.
Happy what?
Sorry, your companions. You've been causing quite a fuss the last week. I expected more.
What? Happy? What's happening? What do you know?
Sorry, come with
All
me.
right. What do you think about the creature Ukkoni?
Ukkoni will switch to mind link with Xander, and he'll reply. And he'll just say, "I do not like it. I don't know what it is. It's some weird mix of construct and ink, like some messed up failed experiment or something. I do not like it."
You've mentioned Bendy earlier. You've watched him.
Yes.
to hazard a guess, would it be feasible if that creature over there was a prototype of whatever they were trying to make?
Ugh. Probably. I don't like it at all.
Does it go against your beliefs?
It goes against every fiber of my being. The Watchers don't like it either.
So? You gonna do anything about it?
For now, it knows this place better than we do. So, it's probably best to leave it be, but after we're done here, I make no promises about what happens to it.
Well, I will defer to your expertise here. You're probably more suited to see and sense everything else here. Whatever happens to it, it's none of my business. It's between you and it, and I suppose Vesper.
I appreciate that.
Right. Let's not leave them alone then.
Right.